Howdy folks, welcome to some Run 8. It's good to be back in the sim. Been playing some train games lately and kind of got the itch. Just haven't had a whole lot of time lately. We're here in Alabama and we're going to be shuffling some grain cars around. I did a live stream a while back. I was looking at this, looks like it was back in May. It's been a little while. And I think that was the last time I played Run 8. We dropped off some grain cars. They've since been loaded. We were running the local AB45 in that live stream. I'll put some links in the description for various videos, including that live stream. I've also got like an intro video, what is Run 8. I've got some couple videos on getting started playing Run 8. So if you're new, check those out. But we're in a little trackmobile. We're in a little baby loco here. Looks like I might have some screen tearing. I don't know if that'll come through on the recording or not, but yeah, check out this little guy. Let's go to, is it this key? Orbit. There we go. I gotta remember how to play. We got this little guy. So these hoppers here, these are all loaded. We need to get those moved over to this track, and these are all empty. You get them put into the loading track here. So that is the plan. And then if I go back to this view, here we go. So let's get this thing started up. And we'll turn our beacon on. Might as well turn the headlights on as well. And then do I need to turn these on? I think those are all just decoration. I don't know if this is supposed to have anything on it. Tell you what, let's hop out. It's got a really nice sound to it. Let's go to here. That is in run. We might need to do like the circuit breakers. Let's see if that helps any. We don't have any EOT or anything on here, so I think we're good to go. Does this have ankle cocks on it? I've not used this a lot. This is kind of new. Let's hop back in the cab. So that is forward, so I need to go reverse. So is there a lever? It changed something. I'm going to release the handbrake. I don't know if I have any loco brakes on, but let's notch up. Did we go anywhere? I might have to turn the HUD on here. Yeah, we're in reverse. Oh, is it picking up? I have my Xbox controller plugged in. Is that interfering? Like it's going immediately back to notch 0. All right, let me pause here and get that unplugged. No, we're good. I forgot. Kind of like the high rail trucks you can get. You have to press and hold. It has like a gas and a brake, basically. I forgot. It doesn't work like a locomotive. So I have to hold down on the plus on the keypad. Then it works. I just forgot how to drive. I'm gonna tap the brake. There we go. All right, let's get her back in neutral. This does not have, doesn't have locomotive brakes. We do have actual like train air, it looks like. Okay. Like I said, this is kind of my first time using this to any extent. I'm gonna go ahead and set the handbrake on that guy. Oops, no, we don't want to do a re-railing frog. Now, like I said, these are loaded. So these are 100, like that one's 111 tons, 116 tons. This is quite a bit of weight. I'm going to try 4 cars. I don't know how many you're supposed to do. I did a little Googling before I fired this recording up. I could find no info on RailRover. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. But we're going to try 4 cars. I don't know if that'll be too much. But we should be able to pump up air and, you know, get them stopped. So let's do... we want to close that angle cock. And unfortunately, we cannot set that. It's got too much pressure on the knuckle. So we can't pull the pin. We can connect up the air hoses. Also, as I go down through here, let me just take off the handbrakes. Take those off. Connect you up. Yeah, these are all under tension. So that's why the coupler is yellow. These are stretched too tight to be able to pull the pin up out of there. It models that. That's why this is yellow. Connect that up. All those angle cocks are open, and we closed the last one, so we should be able to lace this up and get some air in these cars. So let's do that. Like that. This angle cock is open. If we go to this guy, partial open that. Keep an eye on our flow rate here. There we go. Go ahead and open that all the way. Then I'm going to need to remote control this a little bit. So we can take the slack off. So let me get down here. Get ready to pull this pin. All right, I set the handbrake, didn't I? Can I select the RailRover? Nope, it just wants to select the car. There we go. All right. Release the handbrake. Get ready to pull the pin. So I need to be in reverse and then give her a little gas. Brakes are released. Give a mighty shove. And it does absolutely nothing. Cool. Did I take that last handbrake off? I did not. Okay. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. Now we can pull the pin. Now we can go forward a little bit. Beautiful. We're on a little bit of a grade. I don't know if that's going to flip sign or if it's already flipped sign. We may be heading upgrade a little bit. I'm going to hop back in the cab here. So we got our 4 cars. Looks like we can pull it. We should be able to stop it since we have the brakes. And it looks like we're lined to go out on that siding, and then we're going to need to... Nope, that one's actually lined too. So we're good. We're good to go out, and then we'll have to throw the switch and get back into here. So we'll give her the beans. Nothing's going to happen too fast here. We're moving a lot of weight with a little bitty... I'll charitably call it a locomotive. So we'll do about 5 miles an hour. A train coming by. So we need to back up past this switch, or go forward, I guess, past this switch. Let's go ahead and get some brakes on. Test out our braking power. And it's not very good. Sweet. Well, let's go for full application. I not have enough air in the cars yet? Oh, I don't. Well, this might get kind of exciting. Start pushing on it a little bit. Nope. Alright, we're going to use some handbrakes to help us stop, because I am rusty. We got a big old noisy train heading past. Alright, we'll go ahead and release those brakes. Lots of containers headed somewhere. Not sure which direction are we facing here. There's one of these that gives me the heading. They're heading north, so they're probably loaded and came from the coast, would be my guess. Alrighty, let's get back to work. So we need to throw this switch. And we're going to go back into that empty siding is the plan. Just making sure that switch was correct. I'm going to go ahead and set up some save points here. So it would be the shift. Yeah. So shift 1. That can actually stay the same. So we should just need that. That should work. Okay, we are in reverse. Let's get the handbrake off. Start bringing her back if we can. I'm going to switch to orbit view. And we'll see if we can move these. She's trying. Thinking we might want to do 2 cars, maybe 3. We've got about 1/4% grade, so it's a little bit of a grade. I don't know if we can overheat this this little RailRover, but yeah, it has all like the normal things here anyway. I don't know if these can go bad or. I'm guessing it has 1 traction motor. Also, I don't know what's up with the font. I think it's because I'm running Linux. Like, some of the random things are bold. Kind of odd. Notice that in the menu as well. Like, random things are bold. Other than that, it works perfectly. Now, I do have to sit here and hold down the plus key, which is a little bit annoying. But hey, we got up to 3.5 miles an hour. Look at us go. Do we have a horn? Oh my goodness, we do have a horn. That's way too much horn for this little thing. Do we have a bell? Can't remember what the bell key is. I don't think we have a bell. I was thinking it was period on the numpad. I think we'll try 3 for our next shove. Wanting to change the view with the mouse. I can't do that. So it looks like the siding is actually flat. I'm wondering, do I want to shove these all the way down? Because I'm not sure if I can shove these when the, you know, if I have like 12 cars on here that are full. I'm not sure I'll be able to shove them. This is probably a little more work than this logo should be doing. I'll grab 2 next time and we'll see how that goes. So it's gonna be slow work. That's okay. It's nice and chill. Better back up to 4 miles an hour. And we're back on the grade. So just the first part of this sighting was level. Let's see, Q and E and then WNS will make me go out. There we go. So I want to get down pretty much to the end of the sighting because we're not going to be able to move this much once we're here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to just normal fly mode so I can see what I'm doing. All right, that should work. Let's throw on a couple of hand brakes. I should have put that in neutral. Okay, turn off the brakes. So do I not have an independent brake? I just have like basically the gas and brake pedal. Okay. No, I thought I could. No, we can just release. Okay. I thought I could do a full application. You'd have to just hold the button down. All right, back in the cab. Away we go. We'll limit ourselves to 20-ish miles an hour. I don't know why I'm getting screen tearing. This usually runs really well. I had a comment from somebody on my community post about making a Run 8 video, and they said they do this for a living. Like, avert your eyes. I'm going to be doing everything wrong. I'm not a railroader. I just play one on YouTube. All right, we need to turn around and look backwards. And I turned off Bob because it was pretty crowded in here. We had Bob in here as well. Oh, I can open these up. Can I open the side door? Oh, look at that. Now we can feel the full fury of this big engine. Very nice. Alright, let's grab 2 and we'll see if that handles a little better. It will probably be quicker in the long run to grab fewer. Also, we don't have Bob here judging my every move, so that's nice. There we go. So we will hook you up. Take off your handbrake. Off your handbrake. And we're definitely going to want air in these because we have little puny tiny loco. Yeah, we got tension in this whole cut, it looks like. So reverse. A little shove, and we can pull that pin. get too out of hand. Let's actually make sure we get some air on these cars for a change. Didn't do that last time. Didn't give it enough time. Okay, ankle cock is open, so we want to go partial. Did I not close this one? Oops. I'm not trying to pressurize the earth. Just a couple cars. Alright, flow is looking good, so let's open that all the way up. And then we need to check. So the problem is we charged the brake pipe last time, but I forgot to wait for the reservoirs to fill up. So if this auxiliary reservoir has no pressure, it can't apply that to the brake cylinder. That's how the train brakes work. So that was my bad. Should have given it a little more time. So that's why I had to throw the handbrake on. I guess we could just use handbrakes, but I feel safer having some air. And let's come back. I don't know that... I don't think that makes it pump any more air. Like on a Jeep, I'm not sure. Also, Run 8 has a ton of options for like how much you want to do. You could absolutely come up here to your air brake cheat. Have it set the air and ankle cocks as well, and then you just push F7 and you're ready to go. You don't have to pump up the air if you don't want to. I just enjoy that extra little touch. So I'm going to sit here for a bit and let these get pumped up, and I'll be back. Gotcha. All right. We got almost 80 pounds in the reservoir now. That should be enough to let us stop. So let's hop back in the cab. Let's head on out. Should pull a lot easier with just two cars. And in theory, we should be able to stop. That'd be even better. I think I'll go ahead and close up the doors. How do I close the doors? Shift click. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we'll go ahead and do a 10-pound reduction. Yeah, we're already slowing, so that is perfect. I'm gonna hop over to my point here. Yeah, we got well past that. I need to start slowing a lot sooner. Wait for the brakes to release. Nah, we're cooking with gas. A little different view here. And 10 mile an hour ought to do it. Go back to the orbit cam. You have to hop in the cab before it'll go to orbit cam. I guess because it's tied to the cab view. Keep a little bit of speed on. We want those couplers to sit. We are on a little bit of a grade here, so that will help us slow down and stop. And that should be a couple. Bonk. Okay, we'll close that off. Pull the pin. We're out of here. It has very powerful brakes when it's running solo. Running light, so I'm just kind of barely tapping the keys here. Okay, let's go grab another cut of cars. It takes right off. This was on flat, I could probably do the 4 cars pretty easy. Alright, let's go get our 2 cars. Should we try 3? We could do 3. Oh, and we can actually pull the pin on. Alright, so we're going to close that off. Squeeze back in here. Place up those hoses. I could live dangerously and just use handbrakes. Let's go for it. Alright, forward. Oh, she's pulling hard. Give a mighty tug. The trick is getting stopped again. So I don't want to get going too fast. Just pretend like I've got a conductor back there, ready to throw on some handbrakes. And we just need to come past that signal, so let's, or switch, not signal. We'll hop down. It actually is slowing them down just using the RailRover brakes. It's kind of impressive. Maybe we can handle 3 cars. I didn't know it had that much braking authority. I'm just kind of pulsing them, so I don't get too crazy. These are all full, right? Yeah, they're all full. Huh. Okay, well, the little RailRover's got more brakes than I gave it credit for. I was just using the RailRover brakes. Cool. We can run up here, and if I hit E as that comes by, we can hop on. I think you can also hit, it's like shift, is it F11 or shift F11? There's some other key combo, but they added E because that's a lot easier to hit when you're trying to run up and jump on something. So we'll just ride the stirrup back. Continuing to hold down on the plus key here so we can get some speed up. There we go. Coast for a bit. So we've got 2, 4, 6, maybe 7 more cars left. I don't know how long this video is going to be. We can get all the cars. Yeah, we'll do the whole job, and if the video is an hour and a half long, then so be it. I don't know how long it's going to be. I've put a couple cuts in here. All right, give her a little more throttle. We're hitting that grade. I wonder if I need to try to move this cut back a little more before we get even more cars on it. There's enough room here as long as I don't take up too much at the end. Bonk. Alright, I'm going to give her gas. Release all the handbrakes. I can do that with a key press. Do we have any hope of moving this at all? That would be a negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is indeed full. So, no, I want this car. I want the car I'm clicking on. There we go. Get at least one handbrake on. Clicking is a little tricky. Get about 4 handbrakes on. All right. Well, hopefully we have enough room here to get all the loads over. Because we are basically out of power. And set this one as well. No, I want this one, so close that. Pull the pin. Keep it around 15-ish. All right, back in reverse. Hopefully no eardrums were lost in the making of this video. That makes me wonder how many of these we could actually pull. I know 3 we could push up the hill, but 4 might be pushing it a little bit much. How many do we have left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7. Alright, let's take 3 and we'll hope for the best. I can't open it up. Yeah, we'll take 3 and then we'll try 4 on the last get-go of it. Those brakes are all released, so we need to be in reverse again. Do a little push. Come on. Hold the pin. And we're gonna just do no air in the train. Because that'll be exciting. We'll see if the little RailRover can stop it. Yeah, your brakes are released. Yeah, we have no air in the cylinders at all. Felt a little draggy, but I guess it's just because they're heavy cars. Alright, we're at 7 miles an hour. Let's do a little brake test here. Little touch to bring in the slack. Oh yeah, we can stop this, no problem. No problem at all. He says confidently, heading towards the main line. No, we're good. It's got quite a bit of braking power. I bet this little sucker is super heavy. So I'm just kind of pulsing the brake. You can see when it goes to N2, that's brake. For whatever reason on this. Oh yeah, no problem. Better come to a stop. Push in reverse. Hold down the throttle and pray. We'll once again hop on the stirrup here. A lot of squeaking going on. We're on the flat, so we'll coast a little bit here at 5 miles an hour. At least the RailRover is on flat. The grade percent is like your loco. The loco you're in control of, what grade it's on. And I think lengthwise are going to be okay. I think we can get 4 more cars in here. It's going to be tight. Probably should have shoved them down a little further. I can always go down to the other end and like pull on them 2 or 3 at a time if I need to. We can make it happen. Alright, let's go back to... Oops, it's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Tie on a couple handbrakes. I just need to pull the pin. Didn't even have any air in it. Okay, let's see if we can do 4. Cool, there's a little extra railing there. The way they had to cut the, what do they call those? There's a name for these. I don't remember what they're called. The little inners. It's right next to the points for this other switch. Can I hop on here? Oh, I can. Nice. Got my ear right by the horn. Oh, slow down there, cowboy. Oh, yeah, let's slow her down. All right, let me hop off. Safety third. Okay, I'm going to hit F5. That will release all the handbrakes. I'm going to start drifting downhill. Then hopefully we can stop at the end. Let's go grab this stirrup before it gets too far away. No! Back! There we go. Pop out to the orbit here. I think we can get these 4 in there. Well, it's going to be a little tight. We'll have to see how tight it ends up being. Okay. Tapping the brakes, letting that slack come in. I'm going to start slowing her down. Down to about 5 miles an hour as we crawl on by here. Hop on, and let's see, we want to go first. Come on, little RailRover. You got this. If we had like a GP40 or a SD40-2 down here, this job would take about 8 minutes. It's fun with the little RailRover, though. I wanted to have an excuse to use it. I want to get over 5, really, so we'll ease up. Swing around to this side. Down to 3. We'll keep it about 3. Right as it hits, give her some juice. Oh, that's all. That's all she wrote. All right, let me hop in here and hop down. How we looking? Oh yeah, we're good. It's probably a little close for regulations, but it's close enough for Kerbo. We'll pull that pin. Hop back in the cab. We'll pick up some empties. I think right there. There we go. Can we put all those empties in there? Let's pretend like we can, and we'll see how it goes. Easy does it. For chunk. Alright, I do believe... Oops, we are hooked on to all of these. If I turn on car tags... So, red is loaded, green is empty. These are indeed all empty. Okay, cool. So let's release the handbrakes. I'm gonna hit F5. Pull the slack out. Can we stop all this? That is going to be the million-dollar question. That has, yeah, they have no air in them at all. We're at 2.5 and a little bit of a downslope. Let's hit the brakes. Let the slack run in. Kind of just pulsing the brakes a little bit. So we get all that slack in, and then we'll just lean on the brakes. Oh yeah, we're good. Pull that slack back out. Start giving a mighty tug. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Beautiful. And then we'll hop over here in a little switch position. Need to get the end of the train past that switch. I don't want to get going too fast. So let's... Again, I'm just tapping the brakes, letting that slack bunch up. Oh yeah, we're braking fine. Get her down to 5 and let it kind of roll through. We're on a little bit of a downgrade here, like a 0.25% downgrade, so I don't want to get going too fast. And I actually didn't measure. Can we fit all of these? Maybe? Oh yeah, no problem. We are good to go. So we'll just let it keep kind of easing on past. A little bit of braking action here and there. I'm sure this is breaking some kind of railroad rule, but that's okay. It's just a game. And start giving her a little break. Hold down on the brake and let her come to a stop. Okay, we made it. Look at that. You hop aboard here. Start easing back. Looking good so far. And that should be enough speed. I'm going to go ahead and hop back to this view. We'll keep it less than 10. I want to be able to stop pretty easy, but we're also pushing up a little bit of a grade, so that'll help us stop. All right, tapping on the brake. Let the train stretch out a little bit. Where do we want to be exactly? Yeah, pretty much right in there. I think we're good. If we want to double check, we can turn on industry tags. And I don't know if it'll show in YouTube very well, but there's little red dots. That is like the catchment area, if you will, of the industry. So as long as the cars are in that red dotted track area, they will get processed. And we are good to go. So let me turn that back off. I'm going to set a bunch of handbrakes. And that is a job done. Now those can get processed. And I don't know where this little guy should sit, so I'll probably just pull him back up here where we started. We didn't have any air, so we just need to pull the pin. But we have a little bit of tension there, so we're going to ease back just a bit. There we go. Now we can pull the pin. And there we are. Job well done, little RailRover. Let's pull up here out of the way and shut her down. Do that. Let's see. We can turn those off. Turn you off. Turn you off. And I don't know that there's a way to set the handbrake other than clicking here. Oh, it did. It already applied it when it turned off. Okay, there we go. We'll set the, I don't know if that matters. We'll set that back to isolate. Job done, folks. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the Run 8 content. It's always good fun. I love the physics and just the realism of everything in this game. Like I said at the beginning, there'll be some videos linked in the description if you want to go check those out for more info. Thanks as always for watching. I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.